Alright, hey guys, Fitz back here for another game here of some epic StarCraft here. And here, spawning here on the top right from game 1 of series number 3 of the match, from the match of the semifinals of season 21 of Clan League between SAS and Reps, Russian Fun Pro Gaming Team's Division A team. It will be Reps Tama will be the yellow protest, which this is the first time I've actually ever seen this person, I believe. I've never seen Tama before. It's Tama, right? Yeah, it's Tama. I've never seen. And his opponent will be the Blue Terran, SAS.Pez here. I've guessed Pez like once or twice before, from Clan League. So he's been occurring once or twice before. I don't know why they're saying laggy, like you're laggy. Maybe, no, you have to remember, Reps Russian Fun Pro Gaming Teams is Russian players, so they may not speak perfect English, so. And the first map's going to be on Bloody Ridge, like always, and I just got back from a bathroom break. It was awesome. Took a really big shit, and it was fantastic. And I need some more water. I actually have like 5 water bottles right in front of me that are just like, I'm not sure if you've ever had like a really hot day before, where I'm not sure, this might just be an American thing, but like, you get like, now liters should be international, I believe, or whatever, or fluid ounces, or whatever you do, 1 pint things of like water bottles and things. You get like them in like a 32 pack. They're like $5 for the whole pack, and you get it for like a family or whatever. And they're in like little like disposable, recyclable like plastic things, like Poland Springs or whatever would be one, or Dasani, or the 2 that I have right in front of me. And on like a really hot day, you just keep on grabbing more and more, but you leave them all over the house, but they're only about half drink. And I'm not sure if that's just me, but if you could relate, like our video, and if you don't like our video. Alright, but anyway, getting back to this game here, Tama is going to be opening with what appears to be just very, very standard stuff right now. And, yeah, I mean, what it looks like is just going to be like a standard 2-gate pressure into whatever kind of tech that we'll have to see for the future here. Pez, on the other hand, though, is... yeah, they go down the first factor right there. So things are looking very, very standard right now. Things aren't really looking very, very out of the ordinary right here. We're not getting any kind of insane go-to worker micro, but that's not to say neither of these players are good. And sadly, though, that Tama will not be able to get a read on his opponent right now. The benefit to doing this kind of like walling off kind of play is it will, 1, it denies any kind of scouting information. 2, a 2 factory can just come out of nowhere, or like an FD push may appear like a 2 fact coming out, but you just don't know what's coming up. And an FD push on this map is actually really, really powerful. But on the same side though, Protoss can just overwhelm Terran if they like 3-gate goon. And that being said, because, well, the map is actually is put in such a way, oh, the probe will actually get in. That is absolutely huge. Alright, sees only 1 factor going down, so he does know this will just be an FD push, or probably will just he'll probably just get siege tech now, I'd have to assume, because, well, any kind of push is really going to be like really, really bad. But we'll see what actually comes out of the machine shop shortly. And, well, it's only 1 gateway's down, though, and yeah, it looks like that's just gonna do like a 1-gate. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna expand here. I'm a little surprised by this. I would have probably put down like 2 more gates and then try to pressure. But he feels confident that he can just kind of. I think he feels confident that Terran's just gonna expand. So it's gonna look like more of a macro game, and of course that's totally fine as well. If you're probably playing a macro game, probably just increases your chances of winning in a skill base set, at least in my opinion, because like that where it's like you have to macro effectively and then you have to micro as well. It's not like just kind of like bum rush your opponent. So this is just kind of making it a little bit how do you say, a little bit more skill based, I guess in my opinion, just so like you're not like it's not just pure build order, and it's kind of somewhat moderately based on luck. Now again, this is not everything I'm saying is not like 100% true, and I'm trying to put phrases in such a way that I'm not saying this game is based on luck, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say right here. And I just need to get this guy. Oh, a mouse! My mouse! Just fell on the ground. Alright, he's following up with a second gate right now, and he's just gonna get Robo and Ops coming down right about now. It looks like, oh, what the hell? Oh, what? This is why you don't go and do this, because that Dragoon's just actually gonna die before he's gonna kill that tank. Well, I mean, this is like, it's like looking like, that player, there was this player that casted in the last semifinals, Dreamer, maybe? No, not UPro, totally forget who it was, but, or maybe it was in qualifiers, maybe it was Division 8 qualifiers, it must have been the Division 8 qualifiers. There was a Protoss, it was the same circumstance, it was a Zerg actually, but they kept on like, trading armies to the point where, was it Protoss? Well, anyway, they kept on like trading their whole armies just to kill off tanks, and it's a viable strategy because late game mech is pretty much all tanks, like doing the DPS. I mean, you have like Goliath and, you know, Vultures to buffer damage, and of course Spider-Mine's a part of that, but generally speaking, I mean, the main DPS dealer in that mech army is tanks. For good reason, because they do a crap ton of DPS. He's gonna be taking the support bay, and we'll see if he's gonna do enough damage. There's one with the turret in position here. Main's definitely more vulnerable, but this tends to not get less dropped upon. For whatever reason, it just tends to get less dropped upon. I don't know exactly why. It has like a double pylon, like, welcome to the Protoss base. Mwahahaha. I don't really know what's with like it looks cool. It definitely looks cool, but I don't really know the whole reason behind it. Yeah, let's get a quick third base here. And now the architecture of this map though may, you know, let me just view whole map here. You know, this map is actually gonna be a little bit harder, I feel, for Protoss to win this matchup. Because generally speaking, you know, fighting spirit, I mean, a lot of the time this matchup is probably where it derived from, but Protoss really wants to be at as many bases as they can, and when you're getting past their 5th base, it gets hard to say like a 6th base, because like, yeah, you take the center, but that's easily siegeable, and even your 5th base down here is way vulnerable. There's really no way to actually wall this off, and we do have a Vulture run by, but there are no pros, but does scout up the 3rd base, which is definitely important. So the longer this game goes on, I think it'll be more difficult if Terran's a little bit more active, especially with their tanks. But we'll see. I mean, of course, it comes down to how aggressive the Terran is, and I think this map will probably lend to itself to be a little bit better for an aggressive Terran, in my opinion. Especially because, like, Protoss will definitely have a harder time taking bases. Especially and also that 4th base over here, where it's kind of like far off. I mean, you could definitely, if you can put up like a good amount of spider mines here, you could siege off this area. I mean, will it happen? May or may not. It depends on how late game this game goes on. But this map really has the potential of having that happen. But again, for Protoss, if you can get center control over this like area outside this base, that 3rd's impossible to take. That much of that 4th base is gonna be even more impossible to take, probably. Well, I guess you could just probably elevator your way into it, but, and even did check for a 4th base here. I don't think Protoss is quite in the opportunity right now to take a 4th base, as he's kind of spread thin right now. He's still like getting the main core of his like tech going. He's only up to 5 gates right now. He probably won at least 10 gates against mid game. Especially against oh, whoa, hold on. But okay, cool. I want to know how many kills this guy got, but I don't think we didn't get like an insta. He may just lose it. How did a slow shuttle get out of there alive? Well, he's gonna go into a turret. Why? Oh, he just got killed off. That was just... If Pez just... If Tama just paid close attention to that for like half more of a second, he probably could have saved it. Not great control there, but... Alright, so it looks like... I feel like he's got to take a 4th base here. Just by the positioning of this army, I feel like he's going to go take a 4th base here. Do we have a probe following this up? No, we have an ops. But he's going to go for a push here. Turn's trying to like take it out, and I guess this map just like lends itself to like put missile turrets in here just because there's like these little gaps here. That's probably on purpose. You know, this is where you would want to take a 4th base at Protoss, especially in a macro PVT. See, actually just got a 3 base. I mean, charges just completed as well. Let's look at these army tabs right here. Alright, so Tama, Pez. Alright, Tama, okay. So Tama has 12 zealots, 20 dragoons, so that equals out to be around 133 supply, 56 probes to 47 SCDs. You know, that's a big deal, you know, in terms of harvesters, because they're both 3-basing, so they definitely should have about the same, but then again, there hasn't been such a great, there hasn't been as many command centers as there have been Nexus in this game so far. But is he just going to be able to steamroll through this? This is actually huge, though, because what this allows, because the tanks are actually dying, because there's nothing to buffer damage now, he can just come in for ground 2 if he'd like to, and he can just target fire these tanks. SCVs are really crappy at actually quickly repairing tanks in this game. It just happens. There's a GG, good thing. Yeah, I didn't see how many tanks he had or vultures, as I wasn't given enough time. But, well, hey, what can I say about that game? Well, for one, let's just change up the overlay real quick. I thought everything was going well. You know, again, I mean, that harvester lead about like 9 harvesters was, I mean, a pretty big difference off a 3 base. But that's kind of granted for Terran because they can't grab that 3rd base as quick. And again, I kind of said that Terran's gonna be more favored in that, and I still am gonna stick to that. But I'm just trying to think. I'm at a loss. I don't actually. They was just. That's what we saw. I'm just at a loss there. I'm just at a loss. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, again, like there wasn't just stuff to buffer out, and I think, which part of the reason is for that 3rd base against far off. I think if Terran can secure that, then they're gonna be a really strong Terran off that, but again, taking that 3rd base is really difficult, like I was saying earlier. But the buffer tanks are really crappy by themselves. Again, that's why you get vultures. You get a lot of vultures to buffer damage. While where the tanks just do a ton of DPS. If there's nothing to close the gap between the dragoons and tanks, then the tanks are just dead. Doesn't matter how many there are. Almost there's like 40 of them. They're just not going to be enough tanks to kill off those dragoons that fast. So what ends up happening is that Protoss may trade their whole army, but they trade their whole army to kill off tanks. And then they just remake their army, maybe not remax, but remake their army and then just counter push and win the game. That was kind of what we just saw there. And again, he was kind of like slowly pushing out. And again, that gravel area that you saw, you can't build on that. So what that means pretty much in terms of this game was that, well, Terran couldn't put depots, they couldn't put turrets everywhere that they like to. There wasn't stuff like just AI blocking the dragoons from closing the distance. Not only that, there weren't spider mines that were really like closing the distance. And the other thing though is there weren't zealots in this mix really as much as I thought there was going to be. So we definitely need to see more spider mines in the play there in Pez's play. But we'll see. We'll see if there's going to be an ace match or what have you. But guys, thanks for watching anyway. We'll go on to our next series, guys. Sorry, I was just trying to like think about what was going on. I apologize for that. It was unprofessional of me. But who cares, right? It's a YouTube video. Alright, guys, again, thanks for watching. S.20 signing out. We'll go on to the next game, guys. Peace.